Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 9 of Bookmas and I am doing a 24-hour reading of all the Christmas romance books. Okay, so I'm doing 24 hours of reading. I'm going to start now. It is 4:34 on my clock right here. So once I start reading, I'll push a timer and I will get it to, I'll start it and keep track of the time, pause it whenever I'm not reading. I'm not going to be doing it overnight, like a full straight 24 hours, because I need my sleep. I got kids to take care of, so I cannot go sleep deprived any more than I already am anyway. But I need to sleep. It's healthy and wise, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll pause it when I'm not reading and see how many books I can get through within this 24 hours. I will check in periodically and let you know updates of the books I'm reading and what I'm not reading, if I finish it or if I decide not to finish it. But as of right now, I'm starting the book called Along Came Holly. I am starting it on my Audible, so it will, because it's free through Audible Plus. Whoops. It's free through Audible Plus, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing that while I go get some grocery shopping done. So yeah, I'll check back in just a little bit and let you know how it is going. Okay, everybody, I have finished Along Came Holly, and I have just started Bright Winter Lights. So I did not really care for Along Came Holly. I just didn't. It was very, it was not for me at all. I am definitely gonna have to pay attention to what I'm reading, because this one had explicit content in it also, and I just was not happy with it. Bright Winter Lights is a Hanukkah romance story, and so far it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm on chapter 2. I am currently in 16 hours and 21 minutes of my 24 hours of romance. That's what I have left, is 16 hours and 21 minutes. So after this one, I'll probably have about 14 hours left. So yeah, it's going slowly, but I'm getting through it. I'm having to take a lot of breaks because I have things to do other than just read. I know it's gonna take me a minute to get through 24 hours of romance. Yeah, we'll see. I'm also selling cookies this weekend, so I may not get through it this weekend. We'll see. We'll see. I am gonna go so I can finish reading this book while I'm waiting for my daughter to get out of dance. So, bye. Okay, so I finished Bright Winter Lights, and I currently have 14 hours and 19 minutes left of my 24 hours. I enjoyed this one. It was very, my hair is all a mess. It was very short and sweet, and I liked it. It was very clean. It was a closed door romance, and I liked it. It was very sweet. It is like I said, it is a Hanukkah romance instead of a Christmas romance, but you know what? It didn't matter. It was still sweet. I enjoyed it. Now I'm going to be moving on to the Upside Down Christmas. It is about a woman that is having Christmas in Australia. So I'll get into that one soon. Okay, I finished the Upside Down Christmas, and it was okay. I had some issues with it. I can't really say much without having spoilers in it, but I did not enjoy the way the male main character acted. And it wasn't really that he acted a certain way towards the main female character. It's just he was basically taking the female main character out on dates while he still had a girlfriend. But they weren't calling it dates. He was just trying to help her like Christmas again. And they were dates. And you could tell that they both liked each other. Even, I mean, it was annoying in that aspect. And then the ending was completely corny, and it wasn't for me. So I'm going to be moving on to another story. Hold on, let me look up the name of it. I can't remember. Okay, so it is A Little Magic, and it is about a young woman who returns home for some reason to do with her work after being gone for 7 years. And she gets stuck there because of a blizzard of some sort. And so, yeah, and I have about 10 hours left of my 24 hours. So this book should take up those 10 hours. And I'm just going to say, if I'm not feeling it, I may DNF it. Because if it has any explicit content in it, I'm kind of over it, and I have not had very good luck with these holiday romances so far, and I'm not really wanting to continue on if it has more of that content in it, because I don't want to waste my time on it. It's just, I want to read something that I'm going to enjoy. I don't want to read something just to read it. Maybe this 24-hour thing wasn't a good idea. I should have just picked out books that I wanted to read first instead of going about it this way. But it is what it is, and this is where I'm at. I'm going to read this book, and then hopefully I can finish it today and then get back to you all tomorrow. All right, let's finish up these 24 hours. Bye. Okay, I think I am about like a quarter of the way through this book, and so far it's been clean. The main character has an illness called lupus. Sorry, I was holding it kind of weird. She has an illness called lupus, and her mother is basically treating her like she is only the illness, and that is it. And it's actually kind of frustrating to listen to the way her mother is treating her, because as a mother myself, it's like, oh my gosh, I understand she's sick, and I understand that you need to take precautions, but you need to let her live her life. And now I understand why she's been away from home for 7 years, because who would want to be in that kind of environment? Her mom wouldn't let her ice skate, wouldn't let her do anything, wouldn't let her leave her house, wouldn't let her go to a funeral because there are just too many people there. She's got to live her life some way. You cannot keep her locked up like Rapunzel. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. So I'm going to keep reading this one. So far, it's turning out pretty decent. It was pretty clean swear word wise until about like a chapter or two ago, when they started using the F word quite frequently, actually. And it kind of was a little jarring, because it was just absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden it was there again and again and again. So I'm hoping this isn't a turn for the worse in the book, because I was liking it. And if explicit content shows up, I'm just gonna stop reading it, because it's not worth my time if I'm going to have to keep skipping content. So I'm hoping this one's clean. I may have to just look it up just to see if it has explicit content, because if it does, I'm just going to go ahead and stop reading it before I get even further into the book. So yeah, that's where I'm at now, and I'll keep you posted. So okay, I have finished the last book that I was reading, which is A Little Magic. I had to think for a second. So I am finished with reading all of the things. I know I said that, I don't know. I finished reading it, and I did look up and see if the book was actually going to be a closed book romance, and it is not. And I continued reading it because when I looked up reviews, several of them said that it was a fade to black romance, which is a closed door, but it wasn't completely. It still gave some details that I just did not want to know. So it's not completely a fade to black romance. But I did enjoy the story. There were a lot of things that went on, and for me, it was just kind of ridiculous how some of it happened because, okay, this is probably a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear a spoiler for this book because you're wanting to read it, just pan away. But I'm just going to rant for just a second. My phone is about to die too, so hopefully I can get it in before my phone dies. So, spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the female main character and the male main character end up not even on speaking terms for 7 years, even though they both were absolutely in love with each other, because the brother of the female main character and best friend of the male main character lied to the sister and told her that the male main character had another relationship going on because he was mad at his friend because he thought he was using her just to use her for a fling. And so once he realized how upset she was, he was going to come clean, but he didn't. And so for 7 years, she thought he had cheated on her, and she thought he cheated on her, and he thought she just dropped him and left the first chance she got of freedom. And it was a little annoying because you didn't even call, you didn't even listen and delve into it. You just took the word of your brother, who was not at all kind to you at all, ever, in any of this book. But you're going to immediately listen to him and not even call and talk to the person that you supposedly love. So yeah, that's just a little bit of my rant. I'm just not very thrilled with this book. So that's pretty much all that I have. I listened to, I don't know how many books. Whoops, it's falling. But my phone's about to die. I will go over all of the books that I read. Shoot, I did it again. I will go over all of the books that I have read and give you a whether I liked it, whether I didn't like it, summary in just a minute. But I gotta plug my phone up because it is about to die. Like, it's on 2%. I'm surprised my phone is still going. So, bye. I'll see you shortly. Okay, we are going to be doing a quick wrap up of all of the books I read in the 24 hours of Christmas romance. So I did 2 books and then 2 novellas. The first book I did was Along Came Holly, and I just was not very fond of this. It had content in it that I didn't realize was in it, and so I read it and I give it 3 stars. It just, for me, it's not a closed door romance, and it had explicit content in it, and it's not for me. It's not. Then I read Bright Winter Lights, which was a Hanukkah romance, and honestly, I found this one very sweet and very light. I enjoyed it, and I give this one 4 stars. The next one I read was also a novella, and this one was called The Upside Down Christmas. And I didn't care for this one either. There were a lot of things going on in it that I just don't understand why. The female main character and the male main character were roommates, and they each had their own respective relationships. But when the female main character gets cheated on and she is upset and down and hates Christmas, the roommate and the male main character decides to cheer her up a little bit, but he is still in a relationship the entire book until the end, when he decides to break it off with his girlfriend so he can get in a relationship with his roommate. I don't like this aspect of it, and this is part of the reason why it annoyed me so much. And so I give this one 3 stars as well. So there's that one. And then the last book I read was A Little Magic, and this one had some things in it that kind of annoyed me as well. And also, I did look up information on it to make sure that it was a closed door, and it said that it was a fade to black, and so I believed it was a fade to black, and it did kind of fade to black, but still gave me way more things than I was wanting. So it's not completely fade to black. It does give details before it fades to black. So I wasn't happy about that. But overall, the story from start to finish, I did enjoy it. So there's that. I will give A Little Magic, I give it 3.5 stars because I had to skip over some content and it was just not what I wanted. So overall, I didn't have a very good time reading these books. I only really liked 1 out of the 4 things that I've read. So it was a little disappointing, and I'm hoping to find some better romance books along the way so I can share with you some closed door romance. So for people like me who don't enjoy and feel really cringy and feel that it's really cringy and not really your thing to read explicit content, you can enjoy it as well. So that is my goal for the rest of December, is to find some good closed door Christmas romance to give to you. And I'm probably also going to switch it up a little bit and read probably a murder mystery at some point. And of course, I've got to read A Christmas Carol. So that is what I have right now. And I've also realized that if I listen to audiobooks all the time, like I did with these, then I can actually get through a lot of books. But then I have to basically shut everybody out. And I can't do that because I'm a mom and a wife, and I still have people I need to talk to and take care of. So it was interesting to see that I could actually read 4 books in 24 hours. And it's amazing. I read 24 hours worth of books, and that was a lot, but it actually went by really quickly. It really did. But I will see you all tomorrow for day 10 of Bookmas. Let me know your favorite Christmas romances in the comments, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. And I really do appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.